something that that's fairly small. Yeah, but do you know what the word deer means? It's spelt the same as deer, like an animal. It's like great respect and love. So it's the same. That's so weird. I like it. I had this whole idea in my head, but now all I can think of is a deer. Hmm. That'd be cool. But you gotta remember the golden rule of business. Money, 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 money. Yeah. Oh man, imagine if companies like thought about how they could make the product like just last the longest and be the best it could be. Like obviously there's thoughts of like um like cost, but I mean like without the whole profit margin, like because companies used to just like want like they hoped people would buy their products, right? But now they just know people are going to buy their products. Well, like they've got Facebook, like that's ultimate free marketing for everything. Hey? Yeah. Oh yeah. The saddest thing is like everyone knows it. Is fully aware. South Park did an episode like bring back the lounge room. Like hashtag bring back the lounge room, which means like get off your phones and things and like go sit in the lounge room with your family kind of thing. Isn't it funny how one idea turns into another really, really quickly? Oh, I was building something and then I was just like instant inspired to do something else. And now I've got like a solid plan of what I'm gonna do. Good night, babe. Hi, thank you. Welcome to the stream. I mean, thank you. Welcome to the stream. I'm crafting in the dojo. I know. I, I think it's the dojo, but yes, it is a dojo. Dojo Jojo. Oh. I wish they had like magma pools. Yeah. Is that the gold? Like, it's just a palm? Yeah. Yeah, I've got that. Is it rare? I can't remember how I got it. Oh, is it a redeem thing? Okay, that must be how I got it. There was a while there where I was just anything redeemable, I just acquired it. Oh, jeez, look at that. That's funny. All of them from all time, or this year's one? Let's have a look at that from. Oh, that's fugly. Well, not fugly. This needs correcting. He could be using the Vetrica. Oh, Nick, do you have your voice settings so you can be heard on broadcaster recordings? Ah. Dang. This is going to seem like a one-sided conversation for a while. Ladies and gentlemen out there, there is someone I'm talking to. I haven't gone crazy yet. That I know of. Nick, are you real? Wait, my subconscious would just tell me you were. Hmm. Nick, quick, pinch yourself. Well, that works.
There we go. I just need to have a little breather so I could change that setting. So my impact isn't as high, but my slashing's been increased about by 2,000.
Yeah.
On an average. Yes, my impact's still in about when it procs which it seems to be procking only on critical hits. Or is that just when they... No, yeah. So it seems to be procking on critical hits, okay. Maybe they're just procking together, just by really good chance. Yeah. Seems to be prioritizing impact over anything. That is crazy.
It really didn't take you long to go from like early game to mid range, mid game.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why it's called mid game.
And not mid guard.
Yeah, I wish it was mid guard.
That was one little thing how they like, oh, you're a Viking now. It's like, Asgardians, not Vikings. Vikings worshipped Asgardians, but what?
Oh yeah.
Vikings.
So I didn't really like the whole, that people are touring around Asgard or New Asgard.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. And Thor not being King Thor, I find that totally stupid, personally.
Well, we're in that feminist day and age where.
Oh yeah, they got to give the role of everything of leaders to the females, because they're like, yeah, but females should their fair chance, and it's like, well, they should have, I don't know, made their own stuff. I don't know, it's just how the story is, it's just how these characters are.
I just don't understand the whole feminism thing these days, because they want equality, but
it's like they want more.
I don't know any chick that's had to impress a man. I know every chick I've known, their partners had to prove themselves. Like,
oh yeah,
like hell, I remember, happening to court my woman. Like,
yeah, just
I didn't take her to court though. Like,
yeah,
sent to buy flowers and make,
You just sent them home to their parents with a copy of Soul Reaver.
Yeah, see, that works. Well, it worked for me. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, I've been sitting next to you for 6 hours. What's your name again?
It's like when the parents first meet, you're like, oh, so your name must be Soul Reaver. It's like, yes.
It's like, oh, Raziel's my favorite character. What are you talking about? How did you get into a house?
This guy got this guy got 60 more melee kills, mate. Damn it! I did more damage though. Haha. I took most damage as well. So I love that. Every time I play with anyone, I'm always the one taking the most amount of damage. Oh, okay. So he got
Well, if you can
5
sponge
more
it up
kills than
and
me.
not die from it, that's pretty much the video game equivalent of a tank. Or
Yeah, I'm a tank.
definition, I should say, not equivalent. Yeah. Well, you can dish it out and take it. You're using the new Spartan guy or the...
Oh yeah, I'm using new Spartan.
He's pretty wicked.
Yeah, like his overshield's pretty good on top of my lifesteal. Like the lifesteal's the thing that most. But I haven't been using it much lately, actually. The lifesteal. Like I have been when it gets like high stuff, but early on it's just the amount of shield I've got with this guy is really decent. Just to kill the enemies, get a little bit of breather, let it regen, get back into the fight.
Yeah. That's starting to look like a good basic. Central body. And that's the basic basis of the skull. I'm gonna use one of there was a piece in these guys. Where was it? Was it that thing? No.
Critical chance 55% and 48.4%. Oh.
Oh, that's the smallest you guys. Oh god. I mean, gosh. Ah, my god, that's right. Yeah, I'm not gonna corrupt my beliefs to make fans like me.
Yeah.
But yeah. Why am I correcting myself?
Oh well. What's the maximum?
All right.
Yeah. 110. Well, 39,000. 1.9 million. Ah. I really need to get myself some of those umbra polarizations.
The Umbral Formers.
Yep, that thing. No. The main thing I looked for is just want the best melee out of all my whole arsenal. And then work on making it the best I can.
That's it. Like, I just like if I wanted to plow through the game and all that and have everything from everywhere, I could have done it.
Yeah.
I could have done it easy. But I just like to use what I like. I'm not gonna waste time on things I don't like. Things
Yeah.
like the weapons that annoy me and stuff like that. And It's like, why do that tedious, bothersome thing? Like,
yeah, like I've got the Delathers, and the Delathers might even be better than my Guandao, but I just don't use them because I just like the Guandao more. Like what I'll do is I'm not gonna like find the best weapon out of all the melees I have. Well, like I am going to do that because all the melees I have are melees that I like.
that's
so
right.
I'm gonna find the best out of those, yeah.
Yeah, like just go with what you like.
And you got people on YouTube it's like, what's the best melee? And they take 10 years trying to do it, 10 days trying to build it, and then it's just...
Everyone's got their own opinions on that too, like, a bunch of YouTubers are like, oh, this is the new meta, it's like, well, if that's the new meta, how come my sword does 4 times more damage? Like...
Oh, yeah.
That's why I've never really trusted that, that process of the YouTubers. Now, the best builds for swords and things like that, you just will not find. Like, people, a surprisingly large amount of people just don't share that stuff.
Yeah, because I see on Warframe, I'm always seeing this weird, kind of jumble of just different opinions on what's the best when it comes to, what do you call it? Like, best primaries and stuff like that. Like, someone's top 10 tier list is totally different of weapons than someone else's. It's just been fully changed up.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that's a bit inconsistent because this guy's saying this stuff and then you're saying this stuff and what you're saying is totally different what he's saying. It's like, oh, it's brain killing.
Yeah, no, yeah, you just gotta super ignore that. Like 90% of the YouTubers that put out all that. This is my top 10? Yes, that's your opinion. Does not mean it is the top 10. Like,
oh, yeah. Actually, I had a conversation with someone about that. One of my favourite GTA 5 YouTubers made a top 10. It was like my favourite top 10 or something like that. Like my top 10 favourite vehicles in GTA 5. And someone in the comments just like, hey, these aren't the top 10 vehicles in GTA 5 because I know this car's faster than this. And it's like, the video says his top 10 favourite.
Yeah.
And the guy argued me for about a good 10 comments about the fact that, no, it's a top 10 best. Yeah, it's people that just...
Yeah, that is 1,000% that one guy's opinion. Like, and then, well, the guy that argued with you, that he mustn't just, no, he was arguing with in comments, so he must be able to read.
Some people just like look at comics.
Oh, yeah, yes. I know that pain. That is a dying uphill battle for years.
Wait, what?
Just the people, like, I've had people go, oh, this character's the strongest. Like, where did you see that? Oh, where did you read that? And they're like, oh, it's in this comic. It's like, okay, so you've read that. And they're like, no, I was saying, like, did you read the comic that, like, what? Like, I'm not making fun of you to the ability of not to, or to be able to read, like, not to read, or if you are able to read, like, that's coming to question. It's like, did you even take the fucking time to read it? And then just
be like, look at this guy, he's like, yeah, it's just like it shows this guy powering up and just one blast someone. It's just like, oh, that's cool. He just wanted that guy. And it's just like, but unless you read the like writing, it's just like, and he gets his link up from his friends, and energy is poured into him, and it's like, you know, because it's like a one-time thing. Because energy gets poured into him by his friends, and bam, and because I didn't read that, it's like, oh, that's how he got the power up, and that's why he's so strong. So he's not actually of his own power that strong.
Yeah, yeah. No, it like like the people that call themselves fans of something. It's just like you don't have to know all of it, but you don't make up the gaps of things you don't know. Like,
Yeah, you're right. Like, I don't know, there's some stuff about Naruto, especially Naruto, like, that there's some like there's just some things left unsaid from in the anime and stuff like that, and people, we'll be having a conversation about it, and we'll say like, this character's, father's never shown, or this character's something about this character is just never shown or said, and these people try and be like, oh, but this is how it works, and this is how it happens, and it's like, oh well, was it showed in the anime? It's like, no, it wasn't. But they're trying to tell me over and over again that it's but it makes sense. It's like it's 100% what it is, and it's like, well, unless it's said in the anime and all that stuff, it's not 100%. It's just speculation.
yeah, if it's not canon.
And like, yeah, like I have my fair share of being like, oh, this is what I think happens, but it's like I make it clear to that person, this is what I think happened. This is what I think could happen. This is what I think fills the box. But I never once say this is 100% what fills the box, because I've got all the proof there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And and the fun part is when I pick it apart and make it and just show them that their thing made jack shit of sense.
That's why I like Evangelion, like not just for the awesome fights, like don't get me wrong, those fights are awesome.
Yeah.
Freaking awesome. But I mean, like, a good chunk of that show is actually just left to interpretation. Like the fans were meant to just fill in the blanks, the bits that weren't clear or anything. Like that was just meant to be interpreted.
Oh, yeah. Well, there was this just crazy weird anime I watched this one time. Like, I've got no clue what was going on with it, but like, it didn't tell you anything about the story at all. Like, anything. It was just crazy weird things happening between these two main characters, and they'll live in this world where like there's this, a giant iron, like an old school cast iron.
Oh.
In the middle of the town. It's like, fuck, it's massive. It's like bigger than the MCG. They're probably 10 times the size of the MCG, just in the middle of that small little weird town. And there's like this main girl character where she can do all these weird superpower stuff, like she's a Martian or alien or some crazy stuff, and she rides on a moped. But it's like, it's all just weird, wacky, random stuff happening.
Oh,
I think there's like 4 letters in the name of it.
Is it like, and he pulls, like the kid pulls things out of his forehead? And then the chick on the moped, like, forces them back
like
in?
Pinkish hair.
I can't remember. It sounds like you're describing... Don't you hate it when it's like you hear something and just alarm bells just go off in your head and you're like, oh yeah. My god. Like, oh, should I put that on? No, I'll keep the stag look.
That's actually another thing. Like, there's so many animes that come out these days that you can like start explaining like the plot kind of to people, and if someone explained it to me, I'd be like, oh, that's Black Clover, or that's Naruto. And I'm like, no, it's just, when I'm like, but that's exactly the same plot as like Naruto or Bleach, and it's like, that's a copy of Pace and a half.
Yeah, no, that originality died some time ago.
Yeah.
It like we are in the age of rehash and reboots. Like,
Yeah, like you got Boruto, which is just living off of Naruto's coattails and trying to use modernization bullshit into it, hoping that they get.
Boruto?
Yeah, it's the series of Naruto's son.
Oh, I was gonna say that's a blatant ripoff. Like,
Oh yeah.
I've seen the Amazing World of Gumball, and I've seen the Korean variant. Like, and I was like, that's doing the same thing, but just saying, hey, look at me, I'm a ripoff. Like, But okay, so it is.
You got Ditch Grain and you got Iron Grain. Yeah.
By the same.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's canon.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's
No,
also got a daughter.
That's pretty crazy. I didn't even know he went. Like, to be honest with you, I had no idea that Naruto kept going that long. Like.
Yeah, well, you got the original series, which I think is like 220 episodes, then there's the Shippuden, which is 500 episodes. Boruto is at 266 episodes right now. So it's very close to 1,000 episodes in the Naruto universe.
Wow.
I think if you counted the movies, no, hell no, nah, nope.
Did The Simpsons have 1,000 episodes?
Well, they've got 33 seasons with like 20 something videos, sometimes like 13 to 20 episodes in each.
What is the longest?
I know they've already.
Anime.
I know they've already done the. Longest anime, One Piece.
Like longest animated, just anything. I know the fight
The Simpsons.
between.
Oh, wait, you mean longest animated
Like that's the longest ongoing, like. Series.
Okay.
I mean, like what has the longest amount of. Like screen time, like.
I would probably go with The Simpsons still.
I feel like
even if you go with,
hey Google,
even if you go with something like,
what is the longest animated series? I Google's like, just leave me alone. It's after 10. God. Excuse me.
Oh man, I think it's like you could have something like The Flash, or I even think Arrow went for. I think Arrow went for 9 seasons, and I think each episode is like 40 minutes long or something like that. And even then, like the episodes run double the size of The Simpsons. Even then, it still doesn't make up the same amount of screen time.
Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say. That would eclipse. That'd be eclipsed very easily.
Like, I think if you grab the whole CW universe,
thank you.
Episodes from that.
Hello there, looking good. Thanks. If you're unfamiliar with the rest of my dojo, I don't mind doing a quick run around. Like, this is something I was just working on before. But yeah, no, this. Like, I know The Simpsons is the longest ongoing, like, starting back in the 80s odd.
89.
Although I'd question that with Dragon Ball Z.
Well, that's true. Dragon Ball Z's been going on for longer, but it doesn't have as many episodes, but because they've got very similar episode sizes as well. Like but you do have Dragon Ball Z Kai, or Dragon Ball Kai, but I can't remember what the official name for it is. But that's still basically the same. Actually, did they do Dragon Ball Kai? Oh, actually, that'd be really cool. They should bring back Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, but revamp all the animation to be on the same level as Dragon Ball Super. I think that'd be really cool.
I I was a solid fan of like just the hand drawn animation. Like there's something crisp about it that just feels authentic. Like I don't want to seem
Yeah.
like I don't want to
No,
seem
that's fair.
like one of
Well,
the new age people that's like I'm all about the old style, but like there is just something about it that it just like you can see like computer animation just does like not not CG, not computer generated, but like you know how they use the digital
yeah.
programs now, and they can just smash out things. Like there's just something doesn't seem right like originally.
Like, you ever see those animes lately where you get to a scene where there's just like a ton of people walking, and the whole
And
thing
they're
is
all
just
CG.
they're all CG. Yeah, I'm like, ugh,
And that's just like
ugh.
that's just like because of the like the cost of animation these days.
Yeah.
So
Another thing, they're like, oh, but it makes it like, sure, kind of like all the people are more detailed because it's CG and all that. But
see, that's from a distance.
that
Like when
ruins
you're
it.
up close, they look fairly crappy. like
Yeah. Like the CG makes it kind of easier to do more detailed things, but again, it looks out of place because it's CG in a whole drawn environment. But it's like with Naruto, the original Naruto series, it's drawn, hand drawn, like kind of style. I like much better than what Naruto finished with in Boruto. But no, I think it was just around that 2000s mark, around One Piece, Bleach, Naruto, that hand drawn style there. I like. I don't know. I thought that
that's
was
where
really
it
nice.
died. Like that was the end of it around that time.
Yeah, those are like the couple last, yeah. Um, it'd just be really nice to see those. Yeah, taken up. Goku, what the? Dragon Ball GT, Goku,
Wow.
Gaiden, Yuki, what? A Hero's Legacy, Dragon Ball GT,
That's
100 years
40.
special. Oh well. Okay, so in the original Dragon Ball series, it's 153 episodes.
Oh no, I mean like when like there's the longest, which is like the
Yeah.
longest amount of screen time, and then there's the one that started like way back here and has kept going up to now.
Oh yeah. Good. Well, yeah. Since Dragon Ball has. Oh, you mean like with no like breaks, or
Well,
because Dragon Balls had the big breaks?
yeah, well that
Yeah.
see, Simpsons is probably the longest without breaks. Like
Oh yeah,
they've
because they've smashed out a single season every year since it came out.
yeah.
I like most things these days. Um, yeah, but if we count breaks, like 100% Dragon Ball, because it's still got a like it's still got its continuity going. But if we
Because
don't count breaks, then it's Simpsons.
if I'm not mistaken, like Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball, all that's like from the 70s.
Um,
Because look at Power Rangers and Super Sentai, like that's full blown 70s. And then they took a 70s show. They took that 70s show and turned it into the 80s. No, like they took a show from the 70s and then added the English actors and all of that.
oh, well, the original
It's
Dragon
this.
Ball was 1986. The Japanese one, those.
Dragon Ball. Is it 1986 in English?
Yeah. No. They both the same, yeah.
Oh, so they brought out Dragon Ball in They brought out. Did they redub it like the same year, way back then?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a spin out.
It's crazy.
I thought because Dragon Ball because you think of it like, do you remember Dragon Ball GT?
Yes, which is 10 years after Dragon Ball.
That
10 years.
had video games in like the 90s.
Okay.
Dragon Ball GT, but Dragon Ball GT didn't start airing until I was in high school, which is like the mid 2000s.
But you mean in English form?
Yeah. Like, I don't know when it aired in Japan, but I know we got it a good time later in English.
Supposedly they were both dub and sub for Dragon Ball GT were 1996.
No. See that? I remember Dragon Ball GT being a new thing, like when I was in high school, and it was like a big thing. Like
Dragon Ball. See, in 2009 they did Dragon Ball Kai. Actually, here's the crazy thing: all the display art for Dragon Ball Kai, which is 2009, all the display art looked like the Dragon Ball Super animation.
Yeah, it's all that digital new.
Well, not like digital. It's like with Dragon Ball Super, they just don't use as many rough markings, and they don't with the shading, instead of it being like multiple kind of coloring in the shade, they just use like a dark color shade, so just like a black kind of opacity on it, or like they grab a black, they shade it, and then they bring the opacity down, kind of in a. Oh, at the end, like the end production is digital, like done in a digital art studio kind of thing.
Yeah, one of those new age softwares.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, but like the rough art thing, yeah. No, but it's crazy because it's like they should have really used that animation for that. So no, I don't. For Dragon Ball especially, I really don't mind it. But other stuff, it just seems to not work.
We watched, I don't know if you've seen it, but it was a movie called The Iron Giant.
No, I haven't seen that.
And
I know what you're talking about, though.
It's animated from 1999, and that had CG moments in it that like worked because they computer animated.
Because it looked fucking amazing.
Yeah, they computer animated the giant, and it was awesome. Like, Vin Diesel voiced the giant, which was really cool. I think he reprised that role in Ready Player One, actually. Like, I could be wrong there, but I remember reading somewhere that he did that. He did something like that for that, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, but yeah. But see, that was like handwritten animation mixed with CG. And I remember like that was a pretty big thing at that time. Like, it's hard to think that came out in 1999. I remember sitting in the movies watching that. God dang.
Sam, you're getting old.
Oh yeah, feeling old.
I remember when Transformers 1 came out. That was like first thing I ever. That's actually the first movie I ever watched in the cinemas. So I was only 4 years old.
You're joking?
No?
I was 17. I was
I know.
17 and I was pacing back and forth out the front of the cinemas, waiting for my date to get there. And I remember tossing up thinking like, because like, as you know, I'm a massive Transformers fan. I was just
Yes.
letting the audience know that I'm a massive Transformers fan. Like, it's unhealthy sometimes. But I remember standing at the front of the theaters, waiting for this girl that I asked on a date to go see this movie with me. And I remember considering just bailing on her and going to see the movie. Because I was like, come on, we gotta get in there. We're running late. Look, there's people have stopped buying tickets. They stopped buying food. They're in there. They're waiting for it to go. But they were as excited as me. Like, there was some people sitting there like 20 minutes before it even started.
Maniacs. I'm thinking myself, wait, you're that weirdo I saw who outside the cinema when I was 4 years old looked like I wanted to kill someone. No.
I just remember pacing back and forth. I was like, come on, where is he? Don't do this to me. This isn't a good start to a relationship. And then Jessica was like, okay, I'm just gonna have to explain to her like why I wasn't waiting where I was. And then as I was like coming to terms with that decision, she walked around the corner. I'm like, oh, thank God.
See, no matter what I do, I try to be like a good half hour early. Like I plan to be half hour early, because now I've got that half hour gap. That if something goes wrong, you know, like I have to take a 10-minute walk. You know, I still got a 20-minute gap there.
Yeah.
Yeah, first ever movie Transformers. Like, I'll ask my dad because he'll probably know, but I'm, 2007, 4 years old. Only thing I would have read, like, that would have been, like, really the only time I would have been aware enough to watch anything.
Mm-hmm.
And what else was it? Yeah, actually, we had only, I think it was like less than a year of us, like, we moved back to Victoria, and we've only been back in Victoria for less than a year, and Transformers came out. And I was going to kindergarten.
That's a spin out. I remember when I came home from school. I was living in New Zealand at this time. I came home from school, and I watched an episode of the Earthworm Jim series. Like, if you're familiar with Earthworm Jim.
No.
Oh, it's an earthworm that lives in he has a suit and he runs around like a bloke. It's really funny. I remember the video games more than the cartoon, but I remember watching the cartoon, and then after that,
Please don't tell me the video games are worms. I'm just saying. I miss playing Worms Armageddon on the original Xbox. That was fun.
Like, I remember watching Earthworm Jim, and then I heard this for the very first time out of nowhere. Hold on,
See, when it comes to organising meals...
Not this ad.
Oh, damn it.
Supermarkets...
That's what I said.
Wait, it's gonna be done in a second. But yeah, I remember hearing this for the first time. You gotta tell me you're familiar with that.
No, but why does it sound like an accumulation of like a bit of the original Iron Man animated series, a tiny bit of like, oh fuck, I just had it in my head and it fucking went flying out the window. Not Transformers or something like that. Like, that kind of style of music. Anyway,
Oh,
I remember this.
here's the same tune but with the words.
Ah,
You're like,
That's what it
oh
would've been.
god. Everything's
that's what I
coming
was
into
thinking.
my-
Transformers.
Yeah. I remember hearing that for the very first time, and it blew my mind. Like, I had not seen any toys for it, any toy commercials, nothing. No, like, this Saturday, the first episode of Beast Wars. Like, nothing like that. None of that ever popped up. And
It's like,
I remember watching that going, oh my god. Like, I remember freaking out really badly. Like, the first episode finished, and I remember going, I need more of this. What the frig was that? Like, and my dad tells
fair
me,
enough.
he remembers me just running from one side of the room back and forth from the other, going, Beast Wars, and then I'd just, like, jump on the ground and go, wow, and, like, just,
As a kid,
Well,
me
I
and
was a
brothers used to play Transformers, where we would literally, like, as you know, Transformers turn into vehicles and stuff, so we'd like crunch down with our like arms and knees tucked in up against our chest, our arms around the fucking front of our heads tucked in. So when we're like acting as if we're driving, like, and this is again, I'm pretty sure the first movie I ever saw in cinemas was Transformers because that would have been why. Big brothers started being idiots and playing like kids. I would after we watched Iron Man, like I'd know it's fucking like the rave in school, like, and even at home, like what we'd be sitting there like early on. That's the first time the movie came out. I think it would have been Iron Man 2 that everything kind of went crazy and like kids playing Iron Man because everyone would sit there for like a good half hour, like just saying like, okay, so I am this Iron Man with this suit, and these are the colors of my suit, and this is where the colors are. This is what I have in my suit. And by the time everyone got done with everyone understanding who had what, the fucking bell would ring and we had to go inside.
I have an issue of Iron Man. 19. I think it's 1969, 1979. So it's something like that. It's old. It's really old. It might be in 1989, maybe.
There's the one with the intro. It's like, I am Iron Man.
No,
And
it's a comic.
Okay. Oh, comic.
My dad gave it. Yeah, my dad gave it to me.
He was an Iron Man fan. I didn't think that one was that old. Yeah.
Like before, like I remember Iron Man being a special thing that like it was just kind of like me and my dad, and I remember like trying to talk to other kids at my school about it, and they're like, "What the hell is that? You know, who's Iron Man?"
Yeah.
And I was like, Iron Man, Spider-Man, like, and they're like, "No,
Spider-Man."
Like, I know Spider-Man, and there's no Iron Spider-Man. It's like, well, at that time I was like, no, it's Iron Man. Like, he's got a suit, and he wears this vest thing that he can't take off because it'll kill him if he doesn't. Which eventually, like, in the newer movie, became the arc reactor.
Yeah, it changed to the arc reactor.
But it used to be a full vest that went around its torso, which was kind of more fitting, kind of.
Oh, that's what that thing was.
But yeah, it. I remember Iron Man being just a special sort of thing between me and my dad, and before everyone sort of got like right into it. I remember there's Marvel versus Capcom, I think it was, like years and years ago. It was a video game,
Yeah, I remember it. I didn't play it, but I remember I've seen just all the cutscenes.
Oh, they've made more modern ones of it now, but I mean, like, the original one was like Street Fighter-esque. How it was like drawn characters fighting.
Yeah.
And I remember Iron Man was in that, and like I remember my friend like, who the hell's that character? Who's that Marvel hero? Like he must be just for this game. I'm like, no, Iron Man. Like there's this whole thing around Iron Man. Like he's in the 1994 series of the Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, like Iron Man, what he is today was nothing like what he was. What he was back then.
Oh yeah, I still remember like the slit in his mouth and his eyes were just holes in the helmet.
Oh yeah.
Before they became lit up or anything like that. Like they were literally just slots in the helmet. Like
it's
crazy how much they changed actually.
Oh yeah. I was just trying to think of something about Iron Man. Brain thinky hurty. Oh yeah, so it's like you go to a cosplay convention just wearing like, you know, your pants and a vest. Sounds like, so who you cosplaying? It's like, oh, I'm cosplaying Tony Stark, and it's like, what do you mean? You just got pair scissors out and cut the top half of the vest off, so you just got a vest on the bottom half of your torso. It's like, boom, there, Tony Stark.
I went to a thing called Supernova in Sydney years ago. It wasn't like years and years ago. My kids were quite young though, and there was this guy there, and he had his one foot was planted, like he couldn't move that whole leg at all, or I think it was like at the knee, like but that foot was planted to this platform, right? And all the electronics and computer and stuff were under the platform that he was standing on, and the cables went up the back of the leg because afterwards I was like, how the hell are you getting your Iron Man suit? Because he had, like, on the movie, like, all the panels moved, shit opened up, like, there was a lot to it, and I was just, like, mind blown. So I hung around, like, I had to ask him, like, how are you doing that? What's going on? And he's like, oh, like, it's all under the box, and, you know. And I got a photo with him. I'll have to send that to you, it's pretty cool.
What's under the box?
And like that was so realistic, like look, but like he had a booth. He couldn't walk around. It was like
that's fair.
Powered booth sort of thing. And
Zenloped kiosk.
but that was the same year I met, that was the same convention I met the guy that did Goku's voice. And we did line up to meet the guy that did Vegeta's voice as well. But we ran out of time. Not to mention I got like a $25. It was $25 an hour parking ticket, and we were in there for like 6 hours. And I didn't realize I parked in a bad spot in Sydney, and I remember going out to the car and there was this little pink ticket on the thing, and then it's like, what the hell?
You are
and
totally
then a couple
fucked.
of months later, it was like a couple of weeks later, I got this massive, like, bill. I was like, God dang it. But,
should have proposed.
Yeah.
What's his name again?
I can't remember what it was. It was
Chris. Name's like Chris. Pretty sure it's Chris.
And the guy that played, you ever watch the movie Wolf Creek?
No.
It's
Wolf Creek. Does ring a bell though.
It's like an Australian horror film they made some years ago.
Christopher Sabat. That's it. That's Vegeta's voice actor. Because whenever I think of like someone's name Chris, I always think of like I never think of Christopher. It's like I'm always thinking Chris. I never fully think of Christopher. Yeah. So. Oh shit. 7:47. Well, I'm gonna let you go, man.
Should pop into the dojo real quick.
Oh, yeah, I can definitely do that.
And I was gonna say head to the tree, the Great Deku Tree.
Last one with the
in the Lost Woods.
Lost Woods. Yeah, not ringing a bell.
Head to the giant statue of Bahamut. I said Bahamut, not Muhammad. If anyone's watching, if anyone's still watching.
I still wouldn't see the problem.
Oh, neither do I.
It'd be cool if they did like a Star Trek crossover in this game. That'd be cool. I wouldn't mind walking around as Mole Predators like a.
I'm really surprised that they haven't like crossed into a franchise yet.
I'm glad about that because it's really nice to see that people don't just like, they're not really selling out like that. Like, in that way. What would be the best place to teleport to? Like for a location?
You know how to get to the T-Rex?
Lost Woods.
Oh, the Lost Woods. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, teleport to the Lost Woods.
And then you know the doorway that leads to there's like rocks that lead to a giant whirlpool thing.
Rocks that lead to a giant whirlpool thing.
Like it's in the next room. I'll come out of decorator mode and I'll meet you. I'll just show you what I've been doing this.
I probably found it. Nope, wrong room. Damn it. I'm not even running. Oh, that helped.
Oh, I see you moving. Oh, going this way. Turn. Yep. Awesome. Over this way. These big template rock things. You know the wheel of the sea of like death and stuff from Soul River. The thing he gets thrown into.
Yeah.
I kind of recreated that.
Have you been placing...
For a very long time, yes.
Have you been placing all these rocks?
No. I did this a little while ago. It was the waterfalls that I moved. But, jump down.
Well, then do it.
Come through this doorway. This is what I've been building.
Ah.
Out of rocks and bits and pieces.
Oh, what does it remind me of?
Well, I got inspired from the stag idea. Like, when we spoke about the word deer.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And I was putting together a snow creature or rock creature thing, and then it just sort of spiraled off into this.
Fair enough. Because there's like, I think there's like an outfit in a video game that you can wear that's kind of similar to that kind of stuff, where it's...
Oh, when it's fully built, it'll look different, very different.
Fair enough.
Like I still got to
really fucking cool though.
I've still got to like contribute all the resources into each and every single individual piece.
That's a BIH.
Yes, it is. yes, yes, it is. Like I'll do one piece here. Hold on. Compute. Oh.
Just looking at this, you know what you could do? Transform as a Martyr Megatron. I think that'd be really cool.
Transformers at Marta and Megatron. I could probably do that. See,
Imagine doing original Megatron. No, it's like you say original Megatron to a kid, and he's like Transformers. You like think of Transformers 1 Megatron.
Well, I did the Generation 1 Soundwave.
Yeah, I saw that one. And Optimus. Node available. I'm good, game.
Oh, I've got to move that away. These things, their hitbox is massive.
Which things? You mean the arms?
No, see that tornado thing that's like coming down from the ceiling?
Yeah. Well, yeah, sorry, yeah. I can't see it right now, but
away. Oh, I moved it to the other side of the room, but
oh, yeah, so yeah.
I had to move it out of the way.
It's kind of cool that this like little rock part has kind of come up out of here, because you can nearly just jump up on it and just have a look at the whole room.
I do try and integrate like the viewing platforms. I think that's a mistake one though. Like I didn't mean for that one.
Yeah.
There, but it's there now. The coolest thing is, exactly this time tomorrow.
Yeah.
If we're still on, we can watch this build itself.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Oh, that looks fucking amazing.
But alright, man, I won't keep you.
Yeah, fair enough.
I thought you'd think that's pretty cool.
That is really fucking cool. And again, it's reminding me so much of something I can't remember what it is. But if I remember it. Oh. It might be something off Skyrim. But. Okay, catch you tomorrow, man.
Alright, catch you on the flip. Ladies and gentlemen, that was my friend Fussy Fruit. Nick. He's really cool. But yeah, I'm glad that you watched. If you did, if you're still in the video. And we'll watch, if you care to join me tomorrow for another construction video. We'll probably continue on this room. We'll be able to watch it come in. And any players out there that have Warframe for PS4 or PS5, more than welcome. Like, I'd love to invite you into squad and you just can watch live in game if you want. It's inherently a bit boring watching it, as I've been told, but then many people told me I should make YouTube videos. C'est la vie, here we are. Oh, that's a bit off, isn't it? Oh no. Let's put it there. I'll just line that up like that. Cool. That rock thing that's in there that hasn't been done yet. What's it like without it? Nah, it's needed. Yeah, that didn't take too long. Well, I'm gonna be stopping the broadcast, so I hope to see you tomorrow. I'm Samus Kingus. Happy to love. Love yous and leave yous.